What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Thursday. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that you subscribe and stick around. So, day 20 in Diddy's trial was intense. The judge almost kicked Diddy out of the courtroom, and one of Cassie's friends ended up helping the defense by getting caught in some lies, okay? The witness, Bryana, who began her testimony yesterday, finished today. So here is everything that happened during her time on the stand. So yesterday, Briana cited her Fifth Amendment rights against self-incrimination, and prosecutors have said she won't be prosecuted as long as she testifies truthfully. So Bryana Bongolan, who is also known as Bana, is testifying that she became friends with Cassie around 2014 when they designed clothes together at an LA streetwear company and called Cassie one of my close friends. Briana said that she avoided meeting Cassie's boyfriend, Diddy, for over a year because she considered the couple's relationship volatile. Toxic. She told the court, I just was not ultimately fond of what I was seeing. As to elaborate, Briana testified that Cassie would seem upset doing phone calls or appear with a black eye. She told the court about one time before the premiere of the film The Perfect Match, in which Cassie starred, when she said Cassie called her on FaceTime. Briana testified she just panned from one side of the face to the other. Prosecutor asked, what did you see? Briana testified, her black eye. I was a little quiet and I remember saying, I'm sorry. So earlier yesterday, Wednesday, while the jury was out of the courtroom, prosecutors introduced evidence that included text messages between Diddy and his bodyguard D-Rock discussing a black eye, an ice pack, and a prosecutor suggested it could be the same incident. Prosecutor asked what she and Cassie would do together. Briana testified, get high. Briana said she and Cassie did drugs together, primarily marijuana, cocaine, and ketamine. She testified they were addicts. She said Diddy also gave her drugs 3 or 4 times, including GHB and ketamine. Briana admitted she sold drugs to others. She explained her and Cassie's failed attempts to quit using. We would try to cook, but it's hard to get sober if there's a lot of drugs around. Okay, so now we have reached what may be the most important part of Briana's story, the day in 2016 mentioned in her lawsuit against Diddy when she says he held her over a high-rise balcony. She told the jury she and her girlfriend were staying at her close friend Cassie's 17th floor condo in Los Angeles, sleeping on Cassie's couch, when they heard Diddy banging on the door. Briana jumped up and instructed her girlfriend to hide in the bathroom, holding her finger to her lips to indicate she should keep quiet. When asked why she hid her girlfriend, Briana responded, I didn't want to expose her to the things that I see. So after hiding her ex-girlfriend in the bathroom of Cassie's apartment, Briana testified she walked out to the 17th-story balcony to try to act casual as Diddy entered the unit. She said Diddy grabbed her from behind anyway, lifted me up, and then put me on top of the rail. I was trying not to slip. She was asked how long Diddy held her over the railing. She recalled the words he yelled at her. You know what the F you did? If you repeat the words over and over, it was about 15 seconds. Briana described herself as 5'1" at the time and weighing roughly 100 to 115 pounds. She told the court she was trying not to slip while pushing back on Diddy because she was scared she was going to fall. Cassie was in a nearby room and did not witness Diddy allegedly dangling Briana over the balcony, but she was nonetheless shocked by the incident. Briana told the court, "He threw me on the balcony furniture. It definitely hurt." She wasn't sure if she was injured. Cassie was in her bedroom, but she came out. I heard her voice, but her tone was in disbelief. "Were you injured?" she was asked. Briana testified, "I had a bruise on the back of my leg and back and neck pain. I had night terrors, paranoia, and I scream in my sleep sometimes." Then the jury looked at graphic photos, bandages, and a neck brace and a baseball-sized bruise with a puncture wound in the middle of it. Briana testified Diddy gave her these injuries when he dangled her over a high-rise balcony railing, then threw her into the patio furniture. Briana testified that certain details of the balcony incident and Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy were incorrect. Briana testified that she and Cassie had only one conversation about Cassie's lawsuit before it was filed in November 2023. Cassie asked Briana if she could name her in the complaint in connection with the balcony incident, according to Briana. Briana said she did not know what information would be included in Cassie's lawsuit. Briana said that at some point after Cassie's lawsuit was filed, she told Cassie that some details about the balcony incident were incorrect. Briana testified that during that conversation, she told Cassie exactly what happened to me. Briana is seeking $10 million in damages in her lawsuit against Diddy, a number she said was suggested by her lawyer. She said she is seeking $10 million in damages from Diddy in a separate lawsuit because I want to seek justice for what happened to me on the balcony. That lawsuit was filed late last year in Los Angeles. So, Diddy's attorney, Nicole Westmoreland, began cross-examination of Briana by asking her again about the immunity order she was provided for her testimony. Nicole Westmoreland clarified that the prosecution against prosecution only works if Briana is truthful. She then followed up by asking Briana, who she understands has the power to decide whether or not she is lying. Nicole asked, "Who gets to decide if you have lied?" Briana answered, "The prosecutors." Then Nicole spent 15 minutes asking Briana to detail drugs she took with Cassie. Briana has listed ecstasy, Molly, GHB, cannabis, various types of pills, and a blunt sprinkled with cocaine she called a Cocoa Puff, which was Cassie's favorite. She said she supplied Cassie with drugs on multiple occasions and introduced her to drug dealers. So then Nicole kept pressing Briana, asking questions that suggested Briana and Cassie did not just compare notes on their memories of the balcony incident, but made details up. Nicole asked Briana, in one interview with the government, "You told him you were smoking weed on the balcony, but isn't it true in your civil demand letter to Diddy? You said you were smoking a cigarette." She raised another inconsistency where Briana testified that she was staring out into the distance when Diddy charged into the apartment. But in a previous interview with the government, she said that she was looking inside from the balcony. Briana has often responded, "I don't remember," to Nicole's questions, which continued until the judge sent the jury home for the day. Briana further testified about another time she said she was asleep in Cassie's apartment in Los Angeles and was awakened by the banging, adding Puff was banging at the door. Briana told the court that she did not recall the exact year and didn't recall what Diddy said, but she did recall his tone of voice, upset, I just remember seeing a knife get thrown at her direction, referring to Cassie. Briana testified. Prosecutor asked, how did Cassie react when the knife was thrown in her direction? Briana said she threw it back. Did the knife hit Mr. Combs? Prosecutor asked. Briana said no. I don't know how it happened. I just saw what I saw. One interaction Briana recalled while on the witness stand was a moment in which Diddy allegedly told her something along the lines of, I am the devil and I can kill you. She told the court that she was terrified. Briana also testified that he had taken cocaine at the time of the incident. A day or two later, after the balcony incident, Briana said she received a FaceTime call from either Diddy or someone on his team. She told the court that she repeatedly stated that she did not want to have problems with Diddy, but Diddy did not say much. Briana testified that Diddy put his hand over his head while looking into the camera. After Diddy allegedly dangled Briana over the balcony, she said she was left with a lasting psychological impact. Briana testified that she had nightmares and used to scream in her sleep. She added that she dealt with feelings of paranoia, sometimes peeking her head out of her own home just to make sure the area was clear. When Briana was asked by the prosecution if she could give away $10 million for the balcony incident to have never happened, she said yes. Briana testified both she and Cassie had once been very regular drug users. On the cross-examination, Briana confirmed she did ketamine, marijuana, ecstasy, cocaine, and Vicodin in this time of her life. Briana said one of her favorite drugs was a blunt with sprinkles of cocaine. She said they had a problem with drugs. So on day 2 of Briana's testimony, Briana testified that she continued to do drugs and associate with Cassie even after when she says she was threatened by Diddy. When asked if she was scared, Briana responded, I guess not. When defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland pointed out that she had previously said Cassie witnessed the incident, Briana responded with, I don't recall. Briana was asked about a lawsuit her attorneys filed claiming she was sexually assaulted by Diddy. Briana said some of the allegations made by her lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, against Diddy were incorrect, including a claim that he grabbed her breast so hard he left bruises. Briana said she did not remember all the claims made by Tyrone Blackburn, but she told defense lawyer Nicole Westmoreland that some of them were incorrect. She said she was aware of the claim. When asked if she thought the only way to file a lawsuit was to say Diddy had sexually assaulted her, Briana said, I don't recall. Diddy's defense team wanted to remind people that these witnesses kept socializing with him even after claiming they had been victimized by Diddy. Briana admitted to Nicole that she shared a blunt with Diddy following the alleged balcony incident. But Briana insisted she was trying to maintain some distance with Diddy. Briana testified she returned to Cassie's apartment within 2 weeks of Diddy allegedly dangling her over a balcony edge. Cassie invited Briana back to her place for an overnight stay of drinking, smoking, and cooking, a text message chain showed. Briana admitted she said yes and returned to the scene of Diddy's alleged assault on her. Briana testified that she continued to hang around Diddy after he dangled her over a balcony edge because she was trying to be cool with him. Nicole pointed out that in the weeks following the alleged attack, Briana texted Cassie offering to get Diddy a hoodie. "We were trying to be cool," Briana said. According to text messages from October 9, 2016, between Cassie and Briana, she also agreed to sleep over at Cassie's apartment about 2 weeks after the balcony incident took place, according to her testimony. Then, Nicole Westmoreland showed Briana texts with photos of drugs that Briana sent to Cassie in the month after she alleges Diddy threatened her at a photo shoot in April 2016. Briana testified that the images she sent Cassie appeared to be drugs, but said she isn't sure what type. Briana confirmed that she and Cassie continued their friendship as usual at the time, despite the alleged threats from Diddy. Nicole Westmoreland asked Briana, "Isn't it true that you continued to hang out with Mr. Combs and you continued to spend the night at Miss Ventura's house because Mr. Combs did not cause you those injuries?" Briana replied, "Part of that statement is correct, and part of that statement I can't agree with." Briana testified that she continued to see Diddy occasionally after the balcony incident in late September 2016. Nicole asked if she was afraid to be around Diddy. Briana said, "I kept my distance." Briana confirmed that she went to one of Diddy's concerts on October 4, 2016. She said, "I don't think I was around him most of the time." She also confirmed that she went to a club that Diddy rented out the following day on October 5. Nicole asked if she wore her neck brace to the private party. Oh my gosh, she is a beast. Then Briana said, "I probably should have, but did not." Oh my goodness. Nicole is undefeated. She is that good. Her and Brian Steele are the two best ones on Diddy's team. But Nicole is like, oh my gosh, woo! Oh my gosh, I would hate to be cross-examined by Nicole. But then again, I don't lie, so I would not get caught up. Okay, so back to this. So then Nicole insisted Diddy was in New York City on the day that Briana claimed she was dangled over a balcony in Los Angeles. Nicole showed a hotel receipt that appeared to show Diddy was at the Trump International Hotel in Manhattan between September 24 and September 29 in 2016. Briana claimed she suffered injuries when Diddy dangled her over the balcony of Cassie's LA apartment on or around September 26. So then, in a dramatic showdown, Nicole said, "You came in here and you lied to the jury. Isn't that true?" Briana replied, "I can't agree with you." Diddy sent Briana a message saying that friends should try to stop each other from making mistakes when they get high together. If you're gonna do ketamine with her, at least have her back, according to the message read out loud in court. Nicole asked Briana if she believed Diddy wanted her to stop using so many drugs with Cassie. Briana replied, "I can't speak for him." Then Nicole suggested the alleged balcony incident could not have happened when Briana says it did because Diddy was traveling on the East Coast to perform in the Bad Boy Family Reunion tour and Cassie was with him. Nicole said Diddy performed in Newark, New Jersey on September 25, 2016, and Diddy and Cassie went to an event in New York City on September 26. In her testimony, Briana linked the alleged balcony altercation to a photo of a bruise on her leg that she said was taken hours after the incident. According to the metadata from Briana's phone, the photo was taken on the morning of September 26. Nicole also showed the jury records for Frank Black from the Trump International Hotel in New York City, which included dining receipts for September 25 and 26, 2016. Records from the Trump Hotel stay showed the check-in date was September 24, 2016, and the checkout date was September 29, 2016. You agree that one person cannot be in two places at the same time? Nicole asked. Briana responded, in theory, yeah, and I can't answer that one. Then Nicole asked Briana to confirm that Mr. Combs did not cause you the injuries that you showed us that we saw on your phone with the metadata from September 26, 2016. Briana said, I can't agree with you. In her final question, Nicole pressed further, saying, you came in here and you lied to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Briana replied, I can't agree with you. Diddy's lawyer had accused Briana of suing Diddy because it was her opportunity to become a millionaire. But Briana said she was telling the truth. She said, I care about justice. Yeah, justice? Justice feels good to me. Justice feels good to me. I'm mocking someone, so if you know, you know. All right? So then the judge asked the prosecution why Briana's alleged balcony incident is relevant to the charges against Diddy and the indictment. Prosecutor Christy Slavic said the incident with Briana and Cassie's apartment shows the jury how Diddy's violence extended beyond Cassie to other people close to her, which proves Diddy's alleged coercion of Cassie. So then, that's when the Judge Subramanian, threatened to kick Diddy out of the courtroom for allegedly flashing facial expressions at the jurors. Diddy was nodding his head and looking at the panel during recent testimony, which is absolutely unacceptable, the judge warned. The judge asked Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, if this would happen again. Mark Agnifilo said, no, Your Honor, it's not going to happen again. So then the judge said, this cannot happen again. He warned him. So yeah, it's crazy. A lot of things are going on. I hope there is not a mistrial. I hope there is no hung jury, because all it takes is one person. One person. And that could be a hung jury. I just hope everything goes well the way it's supposed to, because this is crazy. All these things, and you have, oh my gosh, this trial is a freaking SHIT show. It really is. And you have these YouTubers who are trying to be in the spotlight, trying to involve themselves in the Diddy mess. It's like they want the center of attention. They want the spotlight. So it's just like this, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for this trial to end, because it's just so foolish. All right, you guys, that is all. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any new updates. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.